So who's the white fluffy puff guy behind you now in your picture?
It's a YouTuber. I really like him.
Another YouTuber. What's this one called?
Monsieur Tuna.
Monsieur Tuna. Like the fish?
Tuna is a fish. Yeah.
Monsieur Tuna. Okay, how's school going? Everything going good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get it? Did you do any tests yet, or are they all next week?
In next week we have to have a not big test, but it will
Midterm test.
Yeah.
Halfway point test, right? Okay, but all your classes are going good? Everything is good?
Yeah, we have a midterm examination.
Middle.
Yeah, midterm.
Not midterm. Midterm. So who's the white fluffy puff guy behind you now in your picture?
It's a YouTuber. I really like him.
Another YouTuber. What's this one called?
Monsieur Tuna.
Monsieur Tuna. Like the fish?
Tuna is a fish. Yeah.
Monsieur Tuna. Well, beluga was a whale.
Beluga is not in Vietnam, but Monsieur Tuna is in Vietnam.
Oh, Monsieur, which is French for Mr. Monsieur Tuna.
Like a Mister.
Yeah, like Mr. But that's it's a Vietnamese YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not English. They speak Vietnamese.
The name is English.
Yeah, you need to practice your English, not Vietnamese. Unbelievable. All right, what did you choose? You're gonna read about it? Okay. All right, so you want to do strange accident then?
Strange accident, yeah.
Okay. All right, you know the drill. When you're ready to read it. So then you're gonna have to tell me about the story again, right? And I'm gonna ask you some questions for comprehension. We've done this before.
Okay.
But when you're ready, you start.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. A strange accident. Last month, two brothers, 16-year-old George and 18-year-old David, were on their own at home one Saturday afternoon. Their parents were on a weekend trip with some friends. Okay. All right.
Yeah, parents were on a weekend trip with some friends.
They were in the dad's car. George was bored and they wanted to have an adventure. Let's drive into town this evening, he suggested to David. You're 18. You can drive mom's car. David wasn't happy about it because he wasn't allowed to drive his mom's car, but he was bored too, so he agreed. The boys arrived in the town center and decided to go to the cinema. David parked the car carefully outside the cinema. They watched a great film. They were hungry after the film, so they stopped at the cafe. Cafe.
Cafe. Well,
Cafe.
You say cafe, or in English it would be cafe.
Yeah,
Cafe.
I just only say coffee.
Yeah.
So they stopped at a cafe and ordered a pizza. Their friend Sally and Emily were there. We're going to a nightclub now, said Sally. Do you want to come? The boys weren't tired, so they agreed. When they arrived at the nightclub, David parked the car carefully in the street. George and David stayed in the nightclub for a long time. When they walked back to the car, they noticed something terrible. Oh no, sound David. There's a big dent in the back of the car. The boys were very worried, but hurried home and waited until 7 a.m. Then they phoned a garage and explained the problem. A mechanic repaired the car and the boys parked it out the house just in time. A few minutes later, their parents returned home. The boys were too scared to say anything about the car, but later that day, their mother wanted to use her car. Hey, come and look at this, she shouted. The boys were very nervous. I think Mom is angry, said George, but she wasn't angry. She looked very surprised. She continued, I don't understand. A van crashed into my car last Thursday, but now you can't even see the dent.
Those EDs, those pesky EDs are still a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Noticed.
ED.
Yeah, well, everybody seems to be having. I'm making some notes here, and we're gonna go through all those ED endings again because a lot of the tests tonight are missing those. Noticed, shouted, right? A T and a D. We're gonna have an id sound to it. Again, shouted, yeah. Yeah, okay. We're gonna review all those ED endings, the T and the ids and the ds again during interest 8 next week. I'll make sure. I made a note already. All right, no problem. So what is a dent? Do you know what a dent is?
Dentist is.
Oh, no, not a dentist.
What?
What is a dent? Not a dentist.
I think it's a dentist.
No, I said, do you know what a dent is? A dentist. Dent is.
Dent is like exam is if the car hit the motorbike, it will take the dent.
Yeah, you'll see a dent in the car, like a inside bump. Yeah.
It's like a hole. It's like a hole in the car.
Yeah, pushes part of the car in. Yeah, it's hard to explain because it's not a bump. It's the opposite. It pushes into the car, and that's called a dent. Yeah, indentation is the noun. Well, the dent is a noun too. Okay, cool. So the big question here. Are the boys responsible for the dent in the car? Were the boys responsible for the dent in the car? Was it their fault?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Not sure because
when did the dent happen?
Then is what?
When did the car get the dent?
The car had the dent.
Got the dent.
Yeah, got the dent. Be when George and David in the nightclub, and when they walked back to the car, is that and somebody hit the car and has the dent. Yeah.
Alien, we did this lesson. Look down in the last paragraph here. All right. What mom looks like.
In last Thursday.
Yeah. And what day did they take the car?
They take the car.
In the first paragraph.
Oh God. They take mom car in Saturday afternoon.
They took mom's car on Saturday. That's right. And when did the dent happen? When was the car dented?
Oh God. I think it's in
last paragraph.
Yeah, last paragraph. Last Thursday. That's
right. So
event crush.
So who had the car when the dent happened?
Yeah.
Who had the car? Was it David and George?
Yeah, David
Thursday?
and George.
David and George had the car last Thursday?
No.
Again? No.
I think you said I think you said David and George had the car. Yeah. So yes, because I think you said that.
No. So again, are David and George responsible for the dent in the car? Were they responsible?
Say again, because I can't listen loud.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, but it's very small, but I can. But I can.
Who's responsible for the dent, Alien? Who had the car when the accident happened?
Have a car.
Who had it? Who's responsible?
Responsible.
The boys or mom?
I think it's David or someone.
Oh, Alien. Mom had the car on Thursday and someone hit her car. A van hit her car.
A van crashes.
When mom had the car, not when David and George had the car. David and George took the car Saturday and they thought that when they parked it downtown, when they went into the nightclub, they thought someone hit the car and they thought they were responsible. That's why they fixed it, because they thought, oh my God, mom's going to kill us, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't them. They didn't cause the dent. It was their mother who had the car when the van dented the car. So no, they weren't responsible. Got it? Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So next question. David and George did do one thing wrong. What did they do wrong?
I think George and David they play in at night. I think George and David will have to play and going home early, and knows they stay in the nightclub and yeah.
So they weren't allowed to go to the nightclub?
Yeah.
Really? It doesn't say that in the story. It said something else they were not allowed to do, but they did it anyway. What did their parents say they were not allowed to do? It's not about the nightclub. It doesn't say anything about whether they were allowed to go to a nightclub or not. What were they not allowed to do?
They allowed?
Not allowed. What were they not allowed to do?
Mm, I think they wasn't allowed to drive his mom's car.
Exactly. They were not allowed to take mom's car. That's
Right.
why they were so worried when they
Um,
saw the dent.
Yeah.
They didn't know that mom had the car before and it got dented. All right. George and Dave were alone at home Saturday? Or were they with friends?
They stay in nightclub.
Saturday afternoon when they were at home. Were they alone at home or with friends at home before they went out?
Saturday afternoon.
Uh-huh. Before they took the car.
They go adventure.
Before they used the car. Before. Were they alone or were they with friends?
They alone.
They were alone, that is right. Where were David and George's parents on Saturday? Where were their parents?
The parent.
Mm-hmm.
Where were the parents?
Where were they? At home? Where were they?
I think that there's at home. The parent at home.
Hey, Leanne. How could they take the car if their mom was home?
The parents were on a weekend trip with some friends.
They went away with some friends, yes. Were the boys home playing video games on Saturday or were they bored? What were they doing Saturday afternoon at home?
George is not playing the video games, and I think he go adventure with David.
Yeah, they were home bored.
Yeah,
they were home bored.
Me too.
You too, huh? You were home bored too?
Yeah, at home and do nothing is very bored.
Boring. The day is boring. You are bored. The day is boring.
I'm bored.
All right, listen to the question. Did David believe that he caused the dent in the car? Did he believe that he was responsible? Responsible. Think he did it. It was his fault. Did he think it was his fault? It's like, oh, I didn't do it. Or no, oh my God, look what happened. What did he think?
He think very nervous. He think very nervous or
why was he nervous?
Because I think George is take the mom car when the mom car has something is like dent or something, the mom will be angry.
Yeah, so that means David thought that, yes, David thought he caused the dent. So yeah. Did the mechanic repair the car before his mom got home?
A mechanic repaired the car and the boy parked it outside the house just in time.
Okay, so he repaired it and they parked it just in time. That's right. So yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We're done, buddy. That was a rough one. Your comprehension was a little bit, well, no, it was very rough. I'm going to review it when I fix up your video. But Alien, when you do these speaking tests, you know what we do, right? You know we do a reading, and you know I'm going to ask you the questions. So when you have your test is scheduled today 7:30, let's say it's 7:30 next time, interest 8, you have to review and read it a little bit before you do the test, because your score is going to be low this time, and your mom's not going to be happy. And all you have to do is take 15 minutes and just read through it, understand, check the words, check your vocab, and then you'll be ready for the test, and you'll do so much better.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. So we're all done now. I'll see you next week. We'll make sure we work on those ED endings, past tense, and we're going to make sure that you prepare yourself a little bit more before the next test.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to eat now.
You go eat and go watch some Monsieur Tuna.
Yeah.
Monsieur Tuna.
Okay.
Goodbye, mister.
Bye.